Hey guys, this is Jeet Gupta and today I want to show you an all new software that will solve a big problem for you. This software called Penguin Recovery Jeet is the only software of its type 100% automated solution for the Penguin penalty from Google. It's a very easy to use software, everything is simple and even a newbie can use it and benefit from it. Let's get started and I will show you exactly how it works. Alright, the first thing you need to do is enter the URL of the website that you want to remove the penalty for, and you can either enter it over here, or if you've used the website before, if you worked with Penguin Recovery Jeet before on that website, it will be listed in the earliest sites list box. You can click on it to autofill it and then click on next. Penguin Recovery Jeet saves the data at every step, so it will ask you whether you want to continue working with the data you saved earlier or you want to start afresh. So if you worked with it earlier, if you worked with this domain earlier, you will be able to resume right where you left off. And that'll save you a lot of time, because if you're analyzing a popular domain, you might have to spend some hours getting all the content, doing all the analysis, and then you might need to take a break and come back later. You can do it safely with Penguin Recovery Jeet. Alright, since we are doing a demo, let's not work with the existing data. Let's create some new data. Let's start a new analysis. So I will not be using the existing data. Now we need to get a list of backlinks. We've got two options. Either we can get the backlinks directly from Google. It'll get it from Google Webmasters, or we can feed Penguin Recovery Jeet a list of backlinks. In this case, you can get the backlinks from Google Webmasters yourself for your website or for someone else's website, or you can get the backlinks from sites like majesticseo.com or ahrefs.com. Wherever you want, you can feed the backlinks list to Penguin Recovery Jeet. For our demo, let's go with the Google Webmasters. Let's get it automatically from Google Webmasters. So we'll click on Get from Google, and Penguin Recovery Jeet will tell you exactly how it will work. And when you're ready, when you're done reading this, when you're ready, you can click on Begin Now. The process is actually very easy. What it does is it goes to Google Webmasters. It gets the list of the domains that are linking to you all by itself. You might need to log in into Google Webmasters, and if you need to do that, it'll ask you to log in. Otherwise, it will just go into Google Webmasters and get you the list of the domains that are linking to your site. And you will see some data, things like the number of links that the site has, the number of pages that it's sending the links to, and you will see a complete list of the domains that are linking to your site. For example, in this case, it's a pretty big site, so there are nearly 1,000 domains which are linking to this site. And if you go through the list, you will find some many big names, places like yahoo.com, like Blogspot, or StumbleUpon, or FolkD, or YouTube, websites that you know are not penalized by Google, and even if you have a backlink from them, it's completely safe. So basically what you need to do now is ignore the websites that you don't want to analyze the links for. So what I'm going to do is unselect all the websites, and for the analysis that I want to perform, I will select the websites that I want to select. So basically on this screen, Penguin Recovery Jeet will give you a list of all the websites that link to your site, and you can check this list and decide which websites are actually safe that you don't need to analyze, and uncheck them and just go with the websites that you want to work with. You can go with all the websites or you can go with some of them. It totally depends on you. For our demo, we'll go with a couple because we don't really want to do a big analysis. So I'm just gonna select maybe 3 websites and go with those. So when you're done selecting the domains that you want to work with, or unselecting the domains that you don't want to check, click on Next. And now Penguin Recovery Jeet will show you a list of all the parameters that it will check the domains for, all the checks that it will run on these domains. So things like whether the site is indexed in Google at all, because if a site is not indexed, you know it's penalized and you don't want the link from that website. The age of the domains, because if a newer website has a negative score or has some other negative attribute, it means that it's penalized. And if the website is really old, if you're getting a link from a domain that's like 10 years old or 12 years old, it can be that bad. The registrant name, the number of backlinks for the domain, whether the website is linked in Wikipedia, is there any link to the website from Wikipedia, is the site actually running right now, what's the Google page rank of the site, is the site listed as malicious, is the site listed as blacklisted, is it blacklisted anywhere, is it an article directory, and then of course we want to check whether it's a blog network, and to do that we detect things like Google Analytics code, Google AdWords code, the name of the domain, the name server of the domain, the IP address, and of course the registrant name. All of this data we use to find out if it's a blog network, because Google is really penalizing blog networks right now. And if you got a link coming from a blog network or a link farm, that's not useful for you at all. So Penguin Recovery Jeet actually detects all of this, and it's got an intelligent system which keeps an analysis, which does an analysis of all the parameters to find out whether a site is toxic or whether it is a good site that you can get the link from. So you can choose to select whatever criterions, whatever parameters you want to check. If you want to not check any of the parameters, you can just uncheck those. But I would recommend to go with all, because that's how you will be able to detect the maximum number of toxic domains. So when you're done with this, click on next again. And now Penguin Recovery Jeet is ready to analyze the domains that we selected. Let's click on begin now, and Penguin Recovery Jeet is actually checking the domains right now. This will take some seconds depending on the number of domains that you've marked. Alright, so it's going on now, and it's already finished its analysis. So of the 3 domains that we checked, one of them is safe, it's a good domain, the link is safe from that domain, and 2 of them are actually not good, and you should disavow the link from these domains. And it also gives you some data, things like the number of backlinks in Google, the age of the domains, this is in years, the number of backlinks in Google, this was the number of links coming to you, is it blacklisted, what's the PR, Google page rank, PR is page rank. So you can see that one of the websites has a page rank of 3, one of them has 0, which means it's certainly penalized, because it's a 3-year-old website with 0 page rank. It's definitely a bad website. And one of them has a page rank 1. Then the number of pages indexed in Google, this one has a lot of pages, this one has very few, so this one is safe. Again, this one looks like it's penalized. So Penguin Recovery Jeet detects all this and tells you which domain is safe, which domain is unsafe. If you want, you can modify this anywhere. You can mark any domain as safe, you can mark any domain as unsafe, or you can mark a domain as suspicious. In that case, you will want to check the links from it. So basically, depending on the number of domains that you're checking, Penguin Recovery Jeet will do all this analysis for you and give you the domains list color coded so that you can quickly understand. It's sortable, so you can sort domains by any heading you want, which makes it faster if you're doing your analysis. For example, if you want to find out the domains that have links in Wikipedia, you can quickly do that. So when you finish your analysis, when you have changed anything that you want, or you can always go with the recommendations in Penguin Recovery Jeet. When you finish it, just click on next. And now Penguin Recovery Jeet is ready to check individual backlinks from these domain. And just as before, it will show you a list of criterion, a list of parameters that it will subject the backlinks to, a list of checks that it will subject the backlinks to. So it will check the backlinks for too many outgoing URLs. It will find out if you're not getting ranked for the keyword that you're linking with. It will find out if the URL is blacklisted, if it has got too many money keywords, and if it has any external links or not. So all of this data is used to analyze the backlink, in addition to the checks we've already run on the domain to spot whether a backlink is toxic or not. And when you're ready, you can click on begin now. So Penguin Recovery Jeet is now getting the data from Google Webmasters, the individual backlinks, and now it's ready to check them. Click on begin now again, and now it's checking the individual backlinks for each domain that we marked, and that's pretty rapid usually, but depending on the number of backlinks, it'll take the time needed. And as this check is progressing, you will notice that there's a big stop button over here, and you can stop it anywhere you want. The next time you run Penguin Recovery Jeet, it will start off right where you left. That is the power of Penguin Recovery Jeet. It's totally customizable, totally automated, and it totally conserves where you're working. It lets you continue wherever you stopped. So if you want to do something else right now, instead of watching the scroll bar, you can stop it, you can do something else, and come back to it whenever you want to run the checks again. And when the link analysis finishes, it will show you a list like this of all the backlinks, and it'll also show you some analysis, some things like the number of outgoing links. You can sort these, and if you see a link with too many outgoing links, you know that a link from this is wasted, because too many links means the link juice is too diluted. And if you want, you can disavow it, mark it toxic, and it will be disavowed in your final file. So again, it's totally customizable. It will tell you in a color-coded fashion which links are safe, which links are toxic, and the orange color is for the links which are safe but which come from a toxic domain. Green will be the color for the links which are safe and the domain is also safe, and the red will be for the links that are found toxic. And if you want, you can change this anytime. You can mark any link as toxic, or you can mark any link as safe. You want, you can visit the website. You can visit the website that the link is coming from. You can recheck the link if you want. Whatever you want, you can do on this screen. Again, the focus is on automation and also on giving you the full control over the results. So when you're done, click on next again. So this is the final screen of the program, the place where you generate the reports and the files that you need to submit to Google or to submit to your client. So if you're actually an SEO provider who's working for a client, you can send out things like the backlinks review report, which has all the analysis details for the backlinks, or you can send out the domains review report, which is again a CSV file containing all the analysis for the domains. And finally, you can actually create the disavow file, which is the file that we need to submit to Google. So to create it, just click on generate disavow file and find a location where you want to save it. Give it a name and click on save. So this will create your disavow file. Let's see how it looks like. So this is the disavow file that Penguin Recovery Jeet has created. It's not a very big file because we didn't analyze many domains nor many backlinks. This is the domain which was found toxic, and these are the backlinks which were found toxic and will be disavowed using this disavow file. But we will need to submit it to Google first, only then it will be disavowed. So to do that, click on the submit disavow file button over here. This will take you to the disavow page on Google Webmasters, and you can easily disavow the links that have been found toxic by clicking on this button over here, disavow links, and then clicking on choose file and selecting the file that that has the information, that has the disavow links. Just select it like this and click submit, and your links will be disavowed. Google usually takes about 7 to 10 days to process the disavow file, and then you slowly start ranking better and better again for the keywords that you targeted, because now you are being reviewed, now you are being ranked only for the good keywords and not for the bad keywords. So this is Penguin Recovery Jeet, a very good software to work with and get rid of your toxic backlinks. And if you've been on the net for some time, you know that toxic backlinks are a big problem, and this is a perfect solution for them, which makes it very easy for you to work with and process the bad backlinks targeted at your website to get rid of them and rank better on Google immediately. This is Jeet Gupta signing off. I hope you enjoy the software.